Doc on the Run. We help injured runners run.
Look, there is no accidental healing. There's no book on how to heal by accident. Running injuries happen by accident. You get injured because you made some mistake in overtraining, you tripped over something, you did just a little too much in your workout, something went wrong, and it was sort of an accident. But healing does not happen by accident. It has to be intentional. Just like your training. Think about what you do in training. You have a very, very specific plan. You sit down and you either, read a book on how to come up with a training plan, and then you create your own training plan, or you talk to a friend who's done a training plan and they help you create one, or you hire a professional coach who's really going to help you the most effectively to create a training plan and then coach you through that plan to make sure you stay on track. But it is not by accident. There's a clear reason that you have workouts in the order that you have those workouts. There's a clear reason that your coach tells you you need to drink your post-workout smoothie or whatever it is that your coach directs you to do within a certain time frame after that workout. There's a reason you're supposed to protect your sleep after specific workouts. There's a reason you're supposed to have rest days, but you're not supposed to have rest months, and you're not supposed to have rest seasons. You're supposed to have rest days. And that's because tissue recovery happens quickly. And so your coach understands the process of tissue damage and tissue repair that helps you build strength and fitness in preparation for your next marathon, your next race, whatever it is. And that's the same with the healing process after you have an overtraining injury. Don't forget, when you get an overtraining injury, all it really is an exaggerated form of the same tissue damage that you get in normal training when you're running, when you're doing your workouts, when you're preparing for a marathon, when you're preparing for a trail race, whatever it is. So the deal is that you can use that same sort of active plan, being very intentional about when you're going to heal, how quickly, all of that, if you're just very deliberate. But, you can't have mistakes in healing the same way you can't have mistakes in your workouts. I mean, this is so clear to runners. If you have a workout plan and you're supposed to do a long run on Sunday and something happens and you can't do it, your mind goes into overload trying to figure out how are you going to make up for that workout. But I'll bet if you're injured, you're not really going into overload thinking, oh, I wonder what I should do today. You're just bummed out that you're not running. And so you have to be intentional about it. You need to come up with a clear plan. So you've either got to talk to your doctor, you have to talk to your coach, whoever is helping you through the running injury. You need to work together to come up with an actual clear plan that is intentional and well-directed to get you back on course. Don't just leave it to accident, because you're not going to heal by accident. You get injured by accident. Bad things happen that are accidents, but the good things don't seem to generally happen by accident. You have to be intentional if you want to achieve your goals. And just think about your goals. Like, what have you done that's successful that happened by accident? Did you say, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I actually didn't know it, but there was a race down the street. I went and signed up last minute. I ran my fastest marathon ever and I qualified for Boston. How many times have you heard that? Never, right? Because it doesn't ever happen. And so if you don't really have a plan, you say, well, I don't know. I got injured. I don't really know how long it's going to take. The doctor said something about 6 weeks. I'm just going to wait for 6 weeks and see what happens. If you think about that for a second, doesn't that sound like a terrible plan? I mean, you have to be intentional. There is no accidental healing. As long as you realize that, you'll be able to find some ways to be more intentional about the healing, and you will get back to running sooner.
Doc on the Run. We help injured runners run.